Alright, so welcome back to another video. Today we're talking again about Danielle Cohn, because she just can't seem to stop. There's so many things in this video, I'm not really sure where to start, but where we will start is where we left off last week. So last week I made a video basically saying that Danielle Cohn had said something nasty to Mikey, to his friend, because of the way he looked. Which I said in that video, that's a bit disgusting, Danielle. 2019, can we just all be friends? Can we be friends no matter how somebody looks or the colour of their skin? But you'll be pleased to know that Danielle, she went on a live stream, as she tends to do, and she apologised. Kind of. See, when I say kind of apologise, she doesn't say oh, I'm kind of sorry. She got made to by her mum. I know that sounds a bit ludicrous and a bit ridiculous, but it's true. I'll insert the clip if I can. If I can't and I get the yellow symbol of doom, then you're not going to see the clip, but you can find it on social media if needs be.
For a reason. And I'm sorry to everybody that had to hear that. I'm literally sorry from the bottom of my heart.
So she's on this live stream talking about the situation, addressing the issue, because so many commentary channels and other people are talking about it. And you can hear her mum in the background saying, "Say sorry." Which doesn't really surprise me. Just a quick announcement to say that at the end of this video there will be a comment of the day, and if you get the comment of the day, leave it in the comments below and I'll know you've watched to the end, in which case you'll be granted hero status on the Wadey channel. Now, for a long time on this channel I have said that I think her mum is behind basically everything. I think she tells her what to wear, I think she tells her to go in the garden and take a photo, and I think she tells her to probably cause controversy with the pregnancy videos, which we're going to move on to again, because she's done that again. Now at 13, allegedly, or 15 years old, I guess, your parents do tell you what to do. I guess they do have an influence on you, and that's fine. It shouldn't be a massive shock that her mum is telling her to say sorry, but it just comes across a bit disingenuous. It comes across as she doesn't actually mean it, and it comes across as a bit of a PR stunt. It also does come across that her mum is clearly in the back of everything, choreographing, telling her what to say, probably even writing the scripts. It wouldn't surprise me. Also, I will mention, a couple of months ago, I think it was a couple of months ago, Danielle Cohn did a live stream, and she loves doing live streams. I'm not sure why. If you had something to allegedly hide, like your age, I wouldn't be doing live streams, because you can't edit that out, Danielle. And in this case, you couldn't edit it out, because her mum, she said that she was either 12 or 13, depending on how long ago it was, and then Danielle was like, "You what? I'm how old?"
She is 12 years.
8.
Guys, she is 14. I'm reading all these comments. She was
I don't know. And he just
4.
Not that I'm suggesting Danielle Cohn doesn't know how old she is, but she realised what mistake she'd made, or her mum had made, and then her mum was like, "Oh, it's just a joke, guys. Just a joke. Oh god, oh dear. Everybody knows now, don't they?" So moving on to, I guess we'll move on to where she pretends to be pregnant again, because we love that. Now, Danielle Cohn is 13, allegedly, and she's pretending to be pregnant not only once, but twice. Now, this one wasn't as bad as the last one. The last one, you'll all be aware what happened in the last one. It was like a full-on, 4-part documentary series, probably hosted by Shane Dawson. It wasn't hosted by Shane Dawson, but it might as well have been, because it got as much attention. People were making videos left, right, and centre, and it was just a bit of a mess. It was. This got married and then pregnant, and then they were about to have a kid in the space of about 4 days. And I'm sure that was healthy for their social blades and for Danielle Cohn's mum's, bank account. But it wasn't very healthy for everybody else. Can I just reiterate, this girl is at best 15 years old. At best. 15-year-old girls and being pregnant is not something you really want to portray. I'm not saying a negative event, but it is often portrayed as a negative event when you're so young, because it's incredibly difficult to look after that and do your exams and be a child. As well as the fact, in order to have a kid, unless you are like Mary from the Bible, you've probably, you've done something illegal, haven't you? And after the backlash you got from the last one, why she thought it's a good idea to go and do this again, and to go and pretend she was pregnant again. I'm not sure, apart from money, and I'm not sure unless it was just a mum saying, "Danielle, your views are a little bit low, you haven't dressed in a certain fashion, or you haven't pretended to be pregnant for a while, and you haven't got a boyfriend anymore, so don't be pregnant again. So a couple of days ago, Danielle Cohn posted a photo on Instagram, and it was one of those photos you feel uncomfortable ever seeing. You feel like you need to wash your eyes out after seeing it, because it was just that bad, and you can understand what sort of thing she was wearing by how I'm talking about it. Well, I hope you can anyway. And in the comments, there's a random geezer or just a random person saying my mum would never let me dress like that at 13 years old, and her reply was horrendous. Her reply was, it doesn't matter because I'm 15. No, Danielle, it wouldn't matter if you were 15. You're still not an adult. You're still a child. You can't dress like that. You just can't do it. It's not right under any circumstances, apart from if you're trying to bring in, shall we say, an audience that haven't got your best intentions at heart, shall we say. An audience that shouldn't be on the internet, and an audience that seem to like this content. Because, let's be honest, I've said this multiple times, I'm getting a little bit angry now. Danielle Cohn, her audience is made up of, I guess, little kids and middle-aged men. And if you don't understand why I'm saying that, there's little help for you, I'll be honest, because it really frustrates me. As a parent, I'm not a parent, but I'm saying as her parent, what are you doing? Why are you letting your daughter dress like that so that you can get the attention of middle-aged men? Because that is what's happening. You can go in a comment, you can look at the people that comment on her posts on Instagram, and it's full of people that aren't under 18, which is just, it's vile. It is. And the fact that her parent is letting her do this, and probably, I imagine, actively encouraging it, because she was actively encouraging an apology, and I'm sure she's the mastermind behind all the pregnancy videos. Just imagine being that parent, knowing this is happening, knowing that you're getting an audience which you shouldn't be getting, knowing that you're getting an audience that is very, very dodgy, and continuing to do it, and if anything, doing it more. People wonder why they call Danielle Cohn's mum a bad parent. It's not rocket science, is it? And that's not where the Danielle Cohn mum accusations stop. She apparently threatened to, end someone. That is literally the nicest way I can ever say it. I hope you can kind of guess what I'm saying. So Mikey Tour did either a live stream or a video. They all seem to be obsessed with live streams. I'm not sure why. He did a live stream saying that he was feeling a bit brave and he might release some videos. And in this video, he basically said, he said that Danielle Cohn's mum was going to try and end his friend. I think the exact words are something on the lines of, Danielle Cohn's mum said her brother, so Danielle Cohn's mum's brother, if you're following, was going to try and end either Mikey Tour or his friend. Not sure why I'd make that up. I'm not sure why he'd say it was Danielle Cohn's mum's brother, because if he just wanted to get back at Danielle Cohn or get back at Danielle Cohn's mum, he'd just say it was one of them. I don't know the family background of Danielle Cohn. I don't know whether they were wealthy before, whether they weren't, but as much as I don't like to guess about these things, I think it's really relevant here. Danielle Cohn's come along, and from the age of 6 or 7, her mum has been entering her, or somebody has, into those beauty pageant things, and then comes along on TikTok, and then comes along on YouTube, finds a way to get an audience, dressing in a certain way, and they're profiting off it. They are. You're not telling me that all Danielle Cohn's money goes to Danielle Cohn, because if you say that, you're a liar. Well, not a liar, because it's not necessarily a fact, but it's not true, is it? It's not true. Danielle Cohn's mum is pocketing, I would imagine, 90% of that. I would imagine that she's like, do you know what, Danielle? I'll just keep it all safe for you. Keep it all safe, and if you want anything, just tell me and we can spend it just to keep it safe. We don't want you spending too much money, considering you're 13. I imagine that is how the conversation goes, and it's horrible. It is. As I've said, I don't know what the family background is, but if they've suddenly come into some money because of Danielle Cohn, I can understand them wanting to maximise that, but maximising it through, well, firstly, illegal means, and secondly, quite disgusting means, it's just not the right way to go about it. Fair enough, if she dressed properly, she wouldn't get as much of an audience. And as horrible and as disgusting as that is, it's just true, because some of her audience, as I've mentioned, are older males. It's just a fact. But surely your daughter's well-being and safety is more important than a little bit of extra money and getting in people to watch her that just should never be watching that age. range of girl. A girl who's 13 or 15, allegedly, should not be talking about marks on her neck on Instagram Live, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say the word. You know what I'm talking about. That should never happen. Should never be a thing. No matter if someone's mentioned it or they've not mentioned it, you are, by most likelihood, you're 13, Danielle. I do feel sorry for this girl because it appears she's had no childhood. She's 13 and she acts older than me. I'm almost 23 and she acts older than me, and that's not even an exaggeration. She acts older than a lot of girls at my age, which is just horrible and it's disgusting. And I'm a bit lost for words really, because I'm not sure how a parent, because I'm sure it's her behind this. If it's not, then just stop her. Danielle Cohn's mum could just stop her now, but no. I think that is all it unfortunately comes down to. It comes down to money. It comes down to people behind the scenes making a lot of money out of Danielle Cohn. And why, in their view, why would you change that? If something's working, why change it? You might be getting a bit of a dodgy audience. Your daughter might, I don't know, be in trouble because of what people are watching her, and her safety is obviously not paramount, which is just incredibly upsetting. But it's bringing the money, so it's all well and good. So the comment of the day, it is rabbit. It is rabbit. This is a toy rabbit I've had since I was about 4 or 5, 6 years old maybe. So the comment of the day is rabbit. It's going to be hilarious when someone looks down the comments and sees loads of rabbit things. It'd be a bit mental. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, then you can go and follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, whatever you want to do. It's at WadeyTC. And apart from that, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.